you have been overestimating how easy it is to burn those calories off with exercise. Hey guys, I'm Mark McKilley with Live Anabolic, and today I want to give you some things you have to stop doing to start losing weight. All right, normally it's things you got to start doing to start losing weight. So we thought we'd give you a little twist on the old normal take here, because there really are some bad habits and some other things that I think you're going to find interesting that you really need to stop doing if you want to start losing fat. And so guys, I have 4 ideas today, okay? Some of them are a little tougher to follow than others, like normal, all right? But before I get to those 4 things, I just want to remind you guys that we have a fantastic Facebook group, all right? It's free. We have roughly 20,000 guys around the world. I'm the moderator, so please click the link below this video and check it out. Even if you're not a Facebook fan, I'm not either, okay? Just do it. Create an account. I guarantee you, you will really enjoy it and get a ton of stuff out of it. Okay, so the first thing that you got to stop doing is you got to stop drinking so many calories. Most guys, most of us, me included, we underestimate how many calories are in all these different beverages because there's so many different things we drink, okay? So a lot of guys just think of beer when they think about drinking, worthless calories. Well, it's a whole lot more than that. And the other thing is, golly, it's so quick. You could just chug calories so fast. So when you think about this concept, stopping, drinking these calories, think about things like, sodas, your beer, your wine, even your hard liquor, okay? Fruit juices, Gatorade, energy drinks. Guys, the mocha coffee drinks at Starbucks, killer. Even milk has got a lot of calories in it. So guys, just spend a few minutes, get online, get on your phone, and just look up the caloric intake for some of these things. And there's some good alternatives. So guys, when you get the mocha latte, whatever, at Starbucks, you're talking, even a medium size, you're talking like 400 calories. I mean, that's a shit ton, all right? You just get plain black coffee, almost nothing, all right? That's an easy way to do it. Gatorade is another perfect example. The traditional, Gatorade that we're all used to drinking that tastes so great, it's got a ton of sugar in it, okay? A lot of calories. Basically, it has, in a 16-ounce bottle of Gatorade, the same amount of calories as a 12-ounce can of Coke. All right, if that tells you anything. But Gatorade has got several different versions, all right? It's got a low sugar version, and it's got a 0 sugar version. So it doesn't taste as good, but it still has got all those great electrolytes in there when you're just really sweating your butt off on a hot summer day. So there's ways you can get around all this stuff. And then, the beer, the wine, the liquor, I still drink. Matter of fact, you see my liquor cabinet or my liquor bar behind me in a lot of my workout videos, all right? It's just that I don't drink that often. I only drink with friends. It's basically an occasion for me to have alcohol. All right, so that's what you guys have got to think about. You just can't go, drink 2, 3 beers every single night simply because you made it home from another day at the office. Same thing goes with, the wine that you're drinking with your wife or your girlfriend. It's fine to drink it, but you can't do it every single night for no particular reason other than you just survive the day. Okay, number 2, you have to stop being willfully ignorant of the foods you eat, the nutritional value of those foods. Guys, you have to turn the bottle around or the package or whatever you're buying the food and look at the nutritional label, okay? It's not that hard. I just think so many guys intentionally ignore that. It's almost like you don't want to know, all right, what's going on in the foods that you normally eat. You don't have to memorize everything, guys, all right, because you know more or less the things that you eat or drink day in and day out. Just spend a few minutes and get a rough idea of how many calories are in these foods. And then not just the calories, guys, I want you to get a rough idea of the macros. All right, how many grams of protein, how many grams of carbs, and how many grams of fat. It'd be also nice to know kind of, if they have fiber. Fiber, a lot of people consider as a fourth macro. So guys, you don't have to memorize them perfectly, but you need to have a good general understanding of what those macros are and the calorie counts, more or less, for a lot of the things that you eat and drink on a daily basis. All right, it's really not that hard. I mean, you got to do it. You do it one time. You look at them up on your phone or your computer, and you kind of get the hang of it. And then the nice thing about knowing that is it will translate into going out to restaurants to eat. So when I order something at a restaurant, I don't have to know exactly how many calories, but when I go to a Mexican food restaurant, I know if I order the brisket tacos, all right, I can look at what's in there and have a rough idea if it's healthy or not. Okay? The brisket, that's meat. It's almost all protein, basically no carbohydrates, and a little bit, maybe even a modest amount of fat, but not much. So the brisket part of those tacos is fantastic for me. And then what else do they put in there? I mean, you can look on the menu. A lot of times it's like shredded coleslaw or lettuce, and then it might have diced up onions and jalapenos and peppers or something like that. I mean, all that's just veggies, right? That's got almost no calories, all right? And then finally it's got, a soft taco, a tortilla, basically. The tortilla is the only part of that brisket taco that's not a whole food and that's, really good for me. And guess what? I've looked up tortillas before. So I know roughly these little tortillas, these are not big giant ones, have got about 100 calories, okay? It's mostly carbs, okay? But it's not a ton of added sugar, okay? So I can handle that. And if you guys are really getting strict, you can still order those same brisket tacos. And typically, when I order them, you get 3 of them. If you're really, really trying to be a good boy, all right, when it comes to your nutrition, just don't eat the tortilla or eat only one of the tortillas. On the other 2, just eat the insides. Anyway, simple thing, guys. Stop being ignorant of the nutritional value of the foods you eat. Okay, guys, this brings me to number 3. And that is, guys, you have to stop overestimating how many calories you burn when you exercise. This is really depressing. It kills me. I'll give you some ideas. So check out, this chart here that we're displaying on the screen. So while I'm talking, just kind of skim through and look at all these different exercises and how few calories they actually burn per hour. Okay? It's depressing, okay? And so that's why you hear the old saying, you can't out-train a bad diet, because, you can eat or drink like a single mocha latte at Starbucks, and then, that's about 400 plus calories, and that could take you, almost an hour of jogging to burn that off, okay? So guys, just pay attention to the caloric intake, because this exercise stuff is killer. When I'm at the gym sometimes trying to work out, do cardio inside the gym, and you're on an elliptical or a treadmill, and it's showing how many calories you burn, on the stationary bike, for instance. And I'm sitting there going, I got my headphones going, I'm watching the TV, I feel like I've been doing it forever, and I look down and it's like 50 calories. I burned 50 calories. That's like 1 spoonful of some food. So, guys, the other chart that's being displayed or has been popped up it will give you an idea on the food versus physical activity it takes to burn off certain different types of foods. And that's another one that, will give you pause. And guys, it's all about stopping eating that crappy food, all right? Because you have been overestimating how easy it is to burn those calories off with exercise. It just doesn't work out very well. Okay, 4th and final thing you have to stop doing, and that is you have to stop cutting your sleep short. So many guys do this. So many people don't get enough sleep. Sleep is way more important than most people understand. So first off, sleep is when your body produces the vast majority of your hormones, all right? And it's not just testosterone that we're talking about. It's all the other good hormones that we need, all right? And so if you're not getting enough sleep, and when I say enough, it's really 7 to 8 hours. Very few guys can live a healthy life on 4 to 5 hours of sleep. There's a few genetic freaks out there that can do that, but most people need 7 to 8 hours, day in and day out. And so not only do we produce all the good hormones that we need, and if your hormones get out of whack, it's not just about the fact that you won't be able to build muscle. It does affect your body's ability to burn fat as a source of energy. So, poor sleep can actually increase the amount of fat that your body holds on to. And then the other thing is, of course, the sleep is when your muscles are recovering and repairing and growing. Most of that occurs at night, not during the day. Even though you're awake the majority of the day, most of that muscle growth and repair happens at night. So stop cutting your sleep short. All right, so there it is. 4 things you have to stop doing to start losing weight. And guys, you can't just do them occasionally. You have to stick with them and never give up on yourself.